Every day the maiden went out to her mother's grave and wept, and she remained pious and good. When winter came, the snow spread a white sheet over the grave. And when the spring sun had drawn it off again, the man had taken another wife. The woman had brought 2 daughters into the house with her, who were beautiful and fair of face, but vile and black of heart. Now began a good, bad time.
That's why she has heart-shaped hair.
Yeah, beautiful.
Collecting a jar of hearts, probably. Bad time for the poor stepchild. Is the stupid goose to sit on the parlor with us? Said they. He who wants to eat bread must earn it. Out with the kitten wench. They snarled. They took a
Kitten wench.
away from
I'm gonna work that into my repertoire as well.
put an old gray bedgown on her and gave her wooden shoes. Just look at the proud princess, how decked out she is. They cried and laughed, very much confused with themselves. No? And led her to the kitchen. There she had to do hard work from morning till night, get up before daybreak, carry water, light fires, wash, put the fires out before they noticed.
You added that, didn't you?
No, it's right here. Besides this, the sisters did her every imaginable injury. They knocked her and emptied her peas and lentils into the ash.
No, not that!
Adding insult to injury, so that she was forced to sit and pick them out again. In the evening, when she had worked till she was weary and had no bed to go to, she had to sleep by the fireside in the ashes. And on that account, she always looked dusty and dirty. They called her Cinderella. But it's a very serious story. It happened that the father was once going to the fair, and he asked his 2 stepdaughters what he should bring back for them. Beautiful dresses, said one. Pearls and jewels, said the second. And thou, Cinderella, said he, what wilt thou have? Father, break for me the first branch which knocks against your hat on the way home.
Oh!
So he bought beautiful dresses, pearls and jewels for his 2 stepdaughters, and on his way home, as he was riding through a green thicket, a hazel twig brushed against him and knocked it off his hat. Then he broke off the branch and took it with him. When he had reached home, he gave his 2 stepdaughters the things for which they had wished for.
Wished for?
I tried to change, and to Cinderella, Cinderella, let's see, to Cinderella, he gave the branch from the hazel bush. Cinderella thanked him, went to her mother's grave, and planted the branch on it, and wept so much that the tears fell down and watered it. It grew, however, and became a handsome tree.
Ooh, there's the handsome tree.
Thrice a day, Cinderella went and sat beneath it, and wept and prayed.
That's a lot of crying.
And a little white bird always came to the tree, and if Cinderella expressed a wish, the bird threw her down whatever she wished for. It happened, however, that the king appointed a festival which was to last 3 days, to which all the beautiful young girls in the countryside were invited, in order that his son might choose himself a bride.
None of the uglies.
Yes, please refrain. All naysayers will be put out. When the 2 stepsisters heard that they too were to appear among the number, they were delighted, called Cinderella and said, "Come our hair for us, brush our shoes and fasten our buckles." Why? For we are going to the festival at the king's palace. Cinderella obeyed, but wept. Because she too, she too would have liked to go with them to the dance, and begged her stepmother to allow her to do so. "Thou, Cinderella," said she, "thou art dusty and dirty." Why am I using an English guy's voice? "Dirty, wouldst thou go to the festival? Thou hast no clothes and shoes, and yet wouldst dance." Sneered she. As, however, Cinderella went on asking, the stepmother at last said, "I have emptied a dish of lentils into the ashes for thee. If thou hast picked them out again in 2 hours, thou shalt go with us." The maiden went through the back door to the garden and called, "You tame pigeons, you turtle doves."
What?
I'm trying to be.
Wait, you're Cinderella now. You tame pigeons.
You tame pigeons, you turtle doves, and all you birds beneath the sky.
Cinderella sounds very condescending.
I
come, I'm trying to make her sound nice. Come and help me with it.
Hard, we can
The
tell.
good into the pot and put the bad into the crop.
Yeah, you're much better at stepsisters. One of you ladies take Cinderella's parts.
Go, Jen, go. This is all you.
All right. Then 2 white pigeons came in by the kitchen window, and afterward the turtle doves, and at last all the birds beneath the sky came whirling and crowding in,
Crap.
and lighted amongst the ashes. Thus was born Hitchhikes the birds. And the pigeons nodded their heads and began pick, 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 pick. And the rest also began to pick, 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 pick.
You're good at bird voices.
And gathered all the good grains into the dish. Hardly had 1 hour passed before they had finished, and all flew out again. Then the girl took the dish to her stepmother and was glad and believed that now she would be allowed to go with them to the festival. But the stepmother said, "No, Cinderella, thou hast no clothes, and thou canst not dance. And if you can't dance, and if you don't dance, then you're... Oh, wait, no. Thou wouldst only be laughed at." And as Cinderella wept at this, the stepmother said, "If thou can..."
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Or shall I
no.
keep reading? Okay.
Go.
"If thou can pick 2 lentils of dishes out of the ashes for me in 1 hour, thou shalt go with this." And she
Double
thought,
down.
yeah, pretty much. And she thought to herself, self, that she most certainly can't do. When the stepmother had emptied the 2 dishes of lentils amongst the ashes,
Aw.
the maiden went through the back door into the garden and cried, "There."
There's a picture, Jimmy. You're holding out on us.
I'm sorry.
Where am I reading?
This first one.
You say.
She
In
was
your
very
best Cinderella
serious.
voice.
She didn't have to deal with those lentils, man. No. It's your
I think Mora wants it. Mora,
I kind of do.
Yes.
Okay. That one, the second one.
No, the first one.
Okay. You tame pigeons, you turtle doves, all you birds beneath the
So
sky.
sweet.
Come and help me to pick the good in the pot, the bad into the crop.
Because it's crap. When the 2 white pigeons came in by the kitchen window, and afterwards the turtle doves, and at length all the birds beneath the sky came whirring and crowding in, and alighted amongst the ashes. And the doves nodded with their heads and began pick, 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 pick. And the others began also pick, 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 pick. Pick a little, talk a little. And gathered all the good seeds into the dishes. And before half an hour was over, they had already finished, and all flew out again. Then the maiden carried the dishes to the stepmother and was delighted, and believed she might now go with them to the festival. But the stepmother said, All this will not help thee. Thou goest not with us, for thou hast no clothes and canst not dance. We should be ashamed of thee." On this she turned her back on Cinderella and hurried out, or shall I say waddled out, with her 2 proud daughters. As no one was now at home, Cinderella went to her mother's grave beneath the hazel tree and cried,
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down over me.
Then the bird threw a gold and silver dress down to her, and slippers embroidered with silver and silk. She put on the dress with all, and this is the picture.
Ooh, look at that dress. That's much more risque than
Love Cinderella.
Good thing I haven't looked at it. All right, good.
She went out for a
She put on the dress with all speed and went to the festival. Her stepsisters and the stepmother, however, did not know her and thought she must be a foreign princess, for she looked so beautiful in the golden dress. They never once thought of Cinderella and believed that she was sitting at home in the dirt, picking out lentils from the ashes. The prince went to meet her, took her by the hand and danced with her. He would dance with no other maiden, and never let loose of her hand. And if any else came to invite her, he said, "This is my partner." That was kind of, I don't know. She danced till it was evening, and then she wanted to
rude,
go
yeah.
home. But the king's son said, "I will go with thee and bear thee company," for he wished to see to whom the beautiful maiden belonged. She escaped from him. He wants to know if he wants to know.
No, you either love her, you're all in.
He's
or
got to
all
know
out.
where she's coming from.
He has to make the
He's gotta
purchase.
go with
Well,
Yeah,
Prince
she's coming from
Charming
money.
didn't know.
She escaped from him, however, and sprang into the pigeon house. Because that seemed a natural place to go. The king's son waited until her father came, and then he told him that the stranger maiden Okay, I have to restart that. Sorry.
Pigeon house.
Yes, pigeon house. She escaped from him, however, and sprang into the pigeon house. The king's son waited until her father came, and then he told him that the stranger maiden had leapt into the pigeon house. The old man thought,